Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, double oneness to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to like out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, and I just wanted to go through some scriptures here, verses here in the book of Obadiah. Just talking about Esau, man, because so many people are fooled by you know, his height or his reign within the society, and fail to realize how much the Lord talks about him, about his filth, the way his character is, and just describing him in general, everything about him. Just as we are described within the scriptures, Esau is described just as much, if not more, just by their ways, just by their ways. And it's clearly distinct, by their actions in which you see them commit today. So there's no doubt that people shouldn't be able to realize who is the devil that the Bible speaks of, which is the so-called white man, aka E. As brothers be having to say now, Um, So this is Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. So we know that this is talking about the ambassador Gamar Abdul Nasser when they was having those wars, with those fake Jews over there. All right. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Now, why are these small among the heathen? Look at their ways, their characteristics, the things they do. They willing to go to certain extents that no other nation will go to, whether it's to prosper, eating certain things, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever the lowliest things of the earth is, Esau is willing to do them just to get by. Because he has no morals, he has no just no integrity about himself, man. Willing to go when a person's willing to do anything, just to get by or to get up on another person, you know that whatever morals they had is gone or they never had them to begin with. Um, verse 3, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So that got to be Esau, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. So easy a caveman could do it. They constantly want to. Now I was just talking to someone about that recently, about how they was the ones that was in the caves and different things like that, but they try to portray that on all mankind when that was only a few thousand years ago that they was up in the clefts of the rocks of the Caucasus Mountains. Hence, as we know, the name, the term Caucasian, okay? Caucasoid, from the Caucasus Mountains in which they resided in when our people were ruling up there in Europe, okay? And whose habitation is high because what they love to live just how they used to live in the caves. Hence all the tall buildings, the Empire State, this building, that building, you know, they're mocking the way that they used to live because this is what they're used to. This is also why they're not afraid of heights. But you got most Jake, Jake don't really like heights like that because if I'm not mistaken, our dwellings used to be no more than like 2 or 3 stories high, if I'm not mistaken, you know. But if you trapped up in some 25 floor building, you're gone if something really happens. How you going to get up out of there? But that's how Esau does things. And the pride that he have, who shall bring me down to the ground? This is how he truly feels, and this is why they're going to go up against the Lord, you know, uh, in the Third World's War, because they truly feel as though that they are the end all be all, but when it's the Most High that allowed them this power, right? Hence we go to I lost train of thought. Matter of fact, all right, yeah, not 22. Slovakia. Is Isaiah 20. Well, no, I want to go to 26 here. 26. 29 is a good one too, but I want to go to 26. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong thing. 26 and 10. Yes, Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So, regardless of what power that he's placed with, he won't deal uprightly. You know, he won't deal uprightly, regardless of what it is, because it's just within him to be the wicked, and he can't do nothing to change that. The Lord have made certain vessels of to honor and certain vessels of dishonor. And Esau, he is tailor-made for dishonor. All right, he got on a tailored suit that says dishonor on it because he never had honor to begin with. You know, so oh yeah, where was we at? Going back to Obadiah. All right, yeah, we in verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have not stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? So this is Esau. He wants to gobble up everything, man. He wants to take everything, till you left bone dry. And that's how they do with the earth, snatching up all the natural resources about of the earth, not allowing the land to rest, not giving it the land Sabbath. He's destroying the earth as we speak, man. This is why he's called the devil. This is why he's called the deceiver, because look at the things he's doing. Look at his whole chemical makeup. Look at how times are constantly getting worse because of this devil, man. You know. But people think that the earth is getting better or things is getting right. No, it's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse by the day, and you can't see it because you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shemir Shai upon you. You don't have the spirit to see these things because you're not looking with that spiritual eye. You're looking from it on the fleshly state, looking at the legislation, looking at Congress, looking at what's going on the basic news level, instead of looking into things much more in depth, And that's why they can't get it, all right? This verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. So this is what's ultimately going to happen, when all these other nations ultimately that's allied with America ultimately get fed up and they just say enough is enough. There will be no understanding in them, especially when it comes to Russia. It damn sure ain't gonna be no understanding with Russia, and that's why it gets into in Isaiah 13, and when it says this, excuse me, it's Isaiah 13, and it's 13. I started on verse 15, and it says, every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, which is the Russians, okay, modern day Russians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Okay, so when it comes down to it, their allies are not going to want to hear anything, And even though, I mentioned Russia, even though they're prime enemies, but for right now, Russia's playing the game. They're being cordial and everything like that. But after a while, they're going to say it's bombs over Baghdad, baby. You know what I'm saying? America's mother, who who birthed her, Great Britain, they're going to have enough, you know, in calling all action against America to blow this place to smithereens, man. You know, that is the ultimate fate of America, and that is the ultimate fate of the so-called white man, in which he desperately deserves. Is his ass whooping, his destruction has been long overdue, and it's coming near and dear to you, courtesy of Yahweh Shah Shah and the Israelites, man. You know. So with that, I hope this segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the like out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.